Hey, Jonathan.
That's me, baby.
That's not Jonathan. This is Sean. Everyone, Sean's with me today. I don't get to do many things with Sean because I never see him in the shop.
We never see each other.
But Sean and I are obsessed with weird, strange builders that make strange, weird guitars. And, you know, so we want to talk about not just that, but like we start off like, who are our favorite builders? What are our favorite guitars?
Yeah.
We love Fenders. We love Gibsons. Like, that's an obvious thing. So we have to exclude that. Anyway, we can't, no builders, because every builder at the Fender Custom Shop are pretty much our favorite builders.
Absolutely.
Like,
I love all those guys.
From Ron to Vincent to Greg to Dale, who has not posted on Instagram in like 2 years because he's so busy. I'm like,
That's
Dale.
why he's my favorite. He's kind of hidden.
He just ghosted. He like posted and he didn't even post and ghost. He just ghosted. Thanks, Dale. I still wait for just give us something, even if it's like, you know.
One day it'll come.
Just something for the love of God Almighty. But no, so the rules are it can't be at the Murphy Labs. It can't be at Fender Custom Shop. Not saying it can't be X people at those places. but let's start off with that one you were talking about that just recently left.
Oh, the legend, Carlos Lopez. He's one of my favorites just because he does all the weird stuff. I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, that makes sense for you.
Yeah. I just love, like, he's done stuff with effects in it. He's done stuff that's like weird body shapes, like things that, you know, have never really been done before at Fender. So him leaving from there, I think he's going to do some pretty cool stuff.
I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah.
And what that strange young man, I was going to say young Jedi. I don't know why I was thinking, I feel like he would be a Jedi.
He would be.
In some ways, because he seems good.
Oh, yeah.
Like
he's got Obi-Wan vibes.
Now, some of the other guys we'll talk about might have sort of more of the dark side, but we'll get into them a little bit, which I like to. Yeah. But he did like the Marauder with the delay circuit, and he does fuzz circuits. He loves baritones.
Right. Double neck stuff. He did a ton of double neck stuff.
Didn't he just have one come out like right as he was leaving?
He did.
The 12 string and
that's right. Yeah.
It's like the little green one with it. I mean,
he's like the double Marauder thing is super cool.
I love his mission of taking old things that Fender like sort of came up with and like relaunching them and like giving them a new life and trying to breathe fresh air into them.
Well, it's kind of cool because I always viewed Carlos as the dude at Fender who was mixed with one of my other favorite builders, being our guy over at Echo Park, Sir Gabriel. You know, like I feel like Gabriel is like a mix of Carlos is like a mix of Gabriel and I don't know, like some kind of Fender guru.
So Gabriel over at Echo Park Guitars is one of my favorite personal builders. Yeah. Like I've played multiple pieces of his and they all infuriate me because they're so good.
I mean, I've never seen a guy make a neck that good over and over and over again like that. Like it's just always.
And what's funny too is I don't think you were even thinking about this when you brought, and we weren't even thinking about this, the fact that those two guys have actually worked together, which is funny. Carlos and Gabriel have worked together.
That's right.
So they worked together back at Echo Park Guitars, I think, at some point, like just in some, like Carlos, so they know each other. That's kind of a funny thing.
That is funny.
Connection.
Yeah. It kind of shows like, you know.
How small this world is.
Exactly.
It's a really small world. Now, Gabriel is like known for doing some crazy things as well, but he sort of comes out of the G&L tradition of, he worked directly under Leo Fender. He builds guitars as an artist, which I appreciate. Like if you're doing a Gabriel or an Echo Park build, know what you're getting into. Like you can't be like, I want this, and I want it to be perfect and on time. And right here, like you're good saying, hey, I want this guitar to be built. You're the artist. Like build this. This is the idea of what I want, but like do your thing. Take your time. Yeah. The mistakes that are put in there too, I like some of those.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like it's like our favorite songs. You know, like you love the Beatles, even though there's all those mistakes. It's what makes it. There are
no mistakes in the Beatles.
Okay, Ringo, let's calm down.
Did Ringo say that?
No.
Okay, I love Ringo. He's on. I was like, is that something? I didn't know that part of bingo.
Bingo, Ringo.
No, my kids don't watch this, but we're getting my kids a bingo set for Christmas too. Because like we went and played bingo at something. I was like, the kids got hard into it. It was like nuts, man. So I was like, bingo at the Clement house.
Though. They enjoy like cool games.
Old analog stuff. Like they don't.
Old analog.
My kids will be like tube amp kids. They will not be using the Helix. Sorry, Helix lovers. Even though I think the Helix is awesome.
It's kind of cool. I played one the other day. I was
like, it's so good. But no, so jumping back to Carlos as well. Like Carlos probably has some of the most soul.
Yes.
It's when you talk to him, like he pours his soul into. He wants to know what you want exactly, and he's like his precision's there. He really wants to tailor that guitar for you.
Yeah.
But he's got this like heart and soul, and like that's what feeds into the instruments to me.
Absolutely. I think it's like that little bit of Gabriel, like I was talking about. He's got that little bit of like soul and like artist, but also that amount of precision, and he wants to make the thing for you.
And now we were talking about Gabriel being a Jedi. I mean, not Gabriel,
Carlos
Carlos being a Jedi. Gabriel might be sort of like in the middle. Maybe maybe he's more of a. No, I'd say Gabriel maybe he's like sort of like a good Sith.
Well, either like a good Sith or he's like the bounty hunter.
He's like Kylo Ren. No,
Yes.
because I was thinking the next guy's more like the bounty hunter.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point. Yeah, he is kind of like Kylo Ren.
Because
he's got that goodness in him, but he's also like, yes.
Speaking of Kylo, I do not love the new Star Wars. I'll just put it out there. I love Star Wars. I don't love, but I do like Kylo Ren a lot. Yes. I think he was the most fleshed out character of anything in that.
I think Adam Driver poured everything he had into that
Adam Driver crushes it.
He's awesome.
And his role there, like that funny looking guy, gives me faith in myself. Can like be like one of like the most dark lords of that, but then have like it was sort of a mini redemption story like Darth Vader.
It's almost like the story was almost the same.
Well, that's what the whole story of the original 6 Star Wars is supposed to be: the rise and fall and redemption of Darth Vader. Okay. And then that's what George Lucas' whole envisioning of it was in the 70s. And then this sort of 3 that we made afterwards has nothing to do with that. It's like, whoops. Anyway, because that could have continued a bit more, and then but by having Palpatine come back, it completely defeats Darth Vader's sacrifice at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Honestly, yeah. And
if you think about it, right?
Yeah, and then it ruins the whole thing of like dedicating like, hey, this character is no more.
Let's just take a pause now to notice that we got distracted by movies, even when Jonathan wasn't here. I'm sorry, that's so.
It's a human thing, people. It's not a.
My force powers.
Yeah, it's just an us thing.
Just come through. Yeah. So those 2 got a lot of soul, and then this third one's our most controversial. I love his builds.
Pretty cool. I'm excited to see what he's doing.
That controversial because he slays, and I met this guy. He's one of the nicest guys I met in the guitar business. Super nice. This would be like the Mandalorian.
Absolutely. Bounty hunter.
Yeah, John Cruz.
John Cruz.
And John Cruz is getting ready to launch a huge line of guitars of his own. He's been gone from Fender for a year and a half now or so.
Man, it's
it
crazy.
Feels like 10 years ago.
Like it seems forever ago.
When all that stuff went down, but like he is known as the relic champion. Like, and if you hate relics, you're not gonna like him. But he's also a neck wizard. So that's the common theme: necks, and necks. We like these dudes that know necks and pickups. That's the other thematic idea we didn't talk about. These dudes know their pickups.
They do.
And wait a minute, and these dudes all know their relics.
I was about to say, yeah, it seems relic-wise, they're all a little different, but they all have like a really distinct style, and they nail it. John Cruz, obviously, like he's like the pioneer in a way.
Yeah, he is the godfather from which all others sort of like would copy.
Yeah.
And like what he does is he does it in a very physically exhausting way. I've sort of seen the process. It takes a lot out on you, and especially since he's like a 35-year-old man now, he's getting exhausted. I don't know how old he is.
He's been doing it for 35 years. Wait.
No. He's 35. He just turned 35 last week. I don't know. I forget my own birthday.
Yeah.
I know it's in August 12th. Okay. I just remembered. So it took me, but I literally, I can't remember when I'm born sometimes. And like people are like, how old? I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about manufacture date.
I'm the same thing.
I care about what you do and like how good you do it and where's your heart. But no, John's builds, like he's built for every rock star pretty much under the sun. He's built for, every, lover of his guitars. Like he's got a cue out the wazoo for whatever he's going to come up with next.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of have some ideas, but and it's been neat to watch the evolution of the guitar business because a lot of what he did.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. He in a way revolutionized it. I don't think you'd have as many of these boutique builders without guy leading up the Fender custom shop like that. That whole team, I feel like, made this possible in a weird way.
And then that bounces us back to the idea of the Fender custom shop. Like, I think what they do is unique amongst all of their custom shops because you can put a face not just to the master builders, but when you actually go out there, there's a consistent group of people that work in the custom shop. It's the best of the best. The team there is small. It's tight. I don't mean to be pitching on them. We're talking about boutique builders and whatever.
Yeah.
But two of them came. Actually, all of them came from the Monsters. They came from G&L and Fender and other places. And he was at Charvel and Jackson and stuff. And
Ron Thorne almost had his own thing on the side.
He did have his own thing. People still write us about Ron Thorne pieces. It's nuts, and that dude's a crusher. Ron, you can't leave. You can't start your own thing. You have to stay there. Don't.
You're
do
a Fender boy.
Sorry, gotcha. You gotta get the Fender tattoo right here.
I feel like Fender Custom Shop makes amazing guitars. We think they're the best guitars in the world in a lot of ways, but all these boutique builders who we've mentioned so far, they're right there in the same realm.
And the reason we mention them too is because I am a Fender Gibson junkie, diehard, and I've been sort of brought over to the fold. You would never see me holding something that doesn't say Fender Gibson 10 years ago. It just wasn't a thing. And then I slowly and I played a lot. I played everything from Novos to Surs to all the other started as boutiques and become something else. It's just, but there's these three. I played all of their sort of private guitars that were not built at the main factories, and they're phenomenal. And
definitely agree so far. Everything I've played from them is.
You haven't played one of the John Cruzes yet.
I have not.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
It's the necks again. And the pickups too. Those pickups were nuts.
Are they good?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we have. Oh yeah, the pickup line. That's unbelievable. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I got. You got anything else you're thinking on those?
I don't think so. I'm excited to see what they do, and hopefully once they come out, we're able to get our hands on them and make some crazy
Get your hands on an Echo Park right now.
This is true.
Yeah, but so check out our channel. I'll do the Johnny Robb thing normally. Just check out our channel, click subscribe, click that bell.
Ding, ding.
Don't forget the podcast that's out there in the Ethosphere. It's on all the streaming platforms right now, and people are actually listening to it. We have all sorts of new things coming up. We have the next Great American Guitar Builder. We also are giving away that freaking Silver Sky behind us. You gotta subscribe. You gotta watch that video and answer the secret question about Jonathan and I and arm wrestling too. Just have fun. Just subscribe. It gets you in the algorithm where you get clicked in and entered into it. Just have a good time. Yep. Sean, thanks for joining me.
No problem.
Fun hanging out. You look nice today.
Do I?
You wearing that shirt earlier?
I always wear this shirt. It's a blue shirt.
Oh, it's a nice shirt. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Woo.